Number 3, complete the model using the ratio in number 2. Okay, so I went ahead and retyped the ratio for number 2. The ratio of the number of laps to the number of minutes is 5:4. Just because, you might have skipped number 2 or something. I don't know, but I just want to write number 2 back on here. So if it asks us to put it in ratio form, then we are going to put it as a ratio. And on this particular one, that ratio is in with a colon, okay? So 5:4. All right, now the unit rate is when I take that and I write it as a fraction, but I don't necessarily have to divide it. 5:4, I don't have to put the words with it. The unit rate is 5:4. That's like the value of the ratio that we talked about last week. The value of the ratio, we put it in fraction form and we simplify it. Okay, now the rate is the same thing we did in the last one, but this time we're gonna leave it as a fraction, which you can do that sometimes, 5:4, but for the rate, we wanna put laps per minute. And if you notice on Edulastic, this is already typed in. Okay, the laps per minute is already typed in. You don't have to type it in. Edulastic wouldn't let me do a fraction and words in the same answer because I clicked that we wanted to make a fraction. And so I had to use the math tools, and then the math tools didn't want words. So I went ahead and included that in part of your answer, but I want you to look at something, okay? You see that slash, laps, slash, minutes, laps per minute, okay? That means per. That's like an abbreviation for the word per. And per means for each, okay? All right, so that was number 3. It's kind of a vocabulary thing. Ratio, that's the ratio. Unit rate is gonna be the fraction simplified. And then rate could be the fraction simplified, or we might go ahead and wanna divide it like we did on number 2, and you include the words with it. So those 3 words are kind of similar: ratio, unit rate, rate. And they have very subtle differences to the way you write them. We'll practice more with that as we go. Okay, see you on number 4.